You are listening to Single Smart Female. This is Jen, explaining the possibilities in your love life and examining your mantourage dating experiences. I am here to help you do life and love on your terms by tipping the scales of love permanently in your favor. So don't forget to text this episode to all of your single smart girlfriends, and let's get started. Hello, single smart female. It's your romantic fairy godmama, and I have a single smart female listener question for you today. Now, this listener question comes all the way from Raleigh, North Carolina, which I went to for the first time a few weeks ago. A very lovely place. Okay, so this listener, she goes by Miss How Do I Proceed, is 44, and she writes, Dear Jen, I met a guy I work with that is newly separated and not living with his wife. Didn't expect to really make a connection with him, but after several conversations, we found we had a lot in common. He is very attentive, intelligent, and we talk about everything. I'm very nervous about it because it's in the very early stages of separation. Should I continue to hang out with him and see what happens, or cut it loose now before I get to invest it? Okay, thank you for this question. It was very direct, and I like very direct questions, and I'm going to give you the respect of a very direct answer. So, you said, should I continue to hang out with them and see what happens, or cut it loose now before I get to invest it? Yes, you should cut it now. You should let it go and totally not continue dating with this person. Let me tell you a couple of reasons why. Actually, there's so many reasons. There's a long list of reasons not to date separated men, okay, at all. Not even if they've been separated for a while. It's fantastic that he supposedly is not living with the wife, but on the same page, it's a host of trouble for you. And if you're really interested in him, you can always tell him, you know, I really do like you and I'm interested in getting to know you better, but I'm not interested in dating a separated man. So when your divorce is final, if you want to continue talking, I'd love to do it then. First off, okay, you said that you're very nervous about it because it's in very early stages of separation. You should be very nervous about it because it's a separated man. Separated men, it happens. And I hear story after story. I've listened to hundreds of women talk about it. Lots of them end up going back to their wives. A lot of them, okay? And you invest all this time. And if you are one of the women, I'm not saying that women never make it to a relationship with a separated man, but I've heard so many things go wrong. Even once you're in that relationship, he ends up going back to her at some point, even after divorce, all kinds of crazy stuff. If you've started the relationship before he actually had, got the divorce. I never hear any really good success stories out of it, because even if she does make it to the relationship and it's considered a success story, and I'm using air quotes right now, there's a part of her that always wonders, well, would he do this to me too? There's just no real settling of the soul of being really happy and content that this man wants me, or is this something that later down the road is going to bite me in the ass because he's going to turn his attention easily to somebody else. Okay? So it drives me crazy to hear women put themselves in this situation. I honestly don't care. So he's great to talk to. Fantastic. Somebody's great to talk to doesn't mean that they're a great partner. Okay? It can be a start of something, but not in this circumstances, not in this situation. And what baffles me too is you ladies know, my whole podcast, I don't hide it at all. I'm not here to help you try to make it with the one guy. My whole podcast is about you learning to mantourage date, and you learning to explore yourself romantically, and you learning to attract the love of your life based on the pieces that you are guaranteed to be missing. Have you not had this experience before? Guaranteed. Not even, maybe missing. No, absolutely 100% guaranteed. And that's how you really draw in the love life that you want. So, ladies, do better. Do better than separated men, because you can do better. You can do significantly better. And I know I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. If you're dating a separated man and you're hoping it's going to go somewhere, it's because part of you doesn't believe that you deserve better. Okay? Again, I'm going to say it one more time. If you're dating a separated man and you're really hoping this is going to go somewhere, it is because you do not believe that you can have a man that's free and clear, that you're worthy of that. And you are the only one who can change that outlook about yourself. Nobody's going to change it for you. You have to decide to change it. So back to the question, should I continue to hang out with them? We don't do hanging out. If you want to go out on dates with somebody, that's great. But
obviously you need to learn how to mantourage date. And if you need to learn, go to mantouragedating.com for my free 3-day class. It's time for you to learn how to mantourage date because, again, crazy pants, absolutely crazy pants that you're not dating, okay? And us using the term hang out, it's infuriating to me because it really gives men leeway to just direct and assume however this is going to go, and us just hoping on the sidelines that, oh, maybe this is of a romantic nature, maybe this isn't. And it's so much confusion for you. And that's why we feel nuts all the time, because we're not brave enough to use the right terminology that elicits the response that we need to know without it all of a sudden being our coming at them really. So we'll do this, we'll agree to hangouts, we'll agree to I don't want labels, we'll agree to all that kind of stuff. But then when we get pissed and can't stand anymore, we'll just come at him. But yet we don't take responsibility that we've been feeding into the whole thing forever and expecting him to just direct it instead of saying, hey, is this a date? Are we going out on a date and using the word date and not being afraid of that? Or are you going to continue to call it a hangout and not declare that you see romantic intention and have to sit there and worry about it all the time and wonder about it and then get pissed off if you were wrong or if he flips on you and then makes it into whatever he wants? So I'm going to bring this back to, again, should I continue to hang out with them? No, don't hang out with guys you have romantic interest in. We date them. Adored women date them. And we don't do it to see what happens. We allow things to unfold, to learn about ourselves. Or do you cut him loose now before I get too invested? Yes, because he's a separated man. Cut him loose before you get too invested and torture the shit out of yourself. You're better than that. You deserve more than that. And I won't let you have less than that. So, yes, cut him loose now. Again, for all of you ladies, remember, you're worth a lot more. Now, we don't come at it, as some of you come at it very aggressively when I talk about your worth, and all of a sudden you're just, slamming stuff down and saying this is how it is and drawing these boundaries, and it's just like you're attacking guys. It's not like that. It's about how you show up, how you present yourself, how you handle certain situations. That's when men can really see your worth, not just by everything that's coming out of your mouth, but every single one of you is worth having the love life that you want. And that's not going to come from a recently separated man, or even if he's been separated for years.
Okay, lover girl, it's time for the final thought on today's show. Adored women, do not, and I repeat, do not date separated men. Why? Because we know there are literally hundreds of incredible men we can date that are 100% free and clear. Hey, lover girl, don't forget to subscribe to the show in your favorite podcast app, as well as share this episode with all of your single smart girlfriends. And if you are ready to stop pretending that you can indefinitely survive on scraps of his romantic attention, and instead learn how to mantourage date with your romantic fairy godmama directly, then come schedule your application interview at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com. Most women repeatedly fail in their romantic endeavors because they have the wrong guidance, no accountability, no romantic support system, and shit-ass one-size-fits-all dating advice that doesn't work for smart, successful women. Adored women, on the other hand, have me at their fingertips to help them brilliantly navigate mantourage dating with excessive laughter, giddiness, and all the right feels you've been craving. True love included, no batteries required. See you at secretsocietyofAdoredWomen.com.